let's talk about a very important thing that just happened. Breaking news that just happened here. I had not expected it, but here we go. Or I should say expected then didn't. Community is coming back for season 6.
Down to the wire.
I mean, really down to the wire.
Okay, first say what happened. Say what happened.
So Yahoo has saved Community. They will do season 6, 13 episodes, like the last couple years we're going to get of Community. We'd already talked, obviously, and you'd read on the site about the fact that it was canceled by NBC. Sony very determined to try to save it.
Sony's the best.
They are. Whatever they make happen, they make happen. But then, the whole thing was Hulu seemed to be the safe bet. Hulu wanted it. Sony wanted it to happen.
It made sense.
It made sense because they already had the library of Community, the previous seasons, and they were in deep negotiations. I'd been told, by some people in the know, it seemed very close to happening, and then it fell through.
And this deal is like the day of. Explain why it's so significant that this happened now.
So I even thought about it on the way to work. That's why I'm saying how I didn't expect it, but I did, and now because. On the way to work today, I thought, oh, wow, I guess Community's really done, because today, as we record this, it is June 30th, and today is the day that the actors' deals were up.
Right.
That Community had to be renewed to be airing somewhere, or they would lose all their contracts with the actors, and that meant it would almost not be worth it to make a deal because everyone would be free to the wind.
Right.
People could sign new deals. People could renegotiate. There's just so many reasons why it would be a giant, giant hassle and maybe insurmountable if they didn't make a deal by June 30th. It wasn't going to happen now. If it didn't happen by June 30th, it would be years from now that they do the reunion, if anything, right?
And this is we were just talking about this too a little bit. This is a really exciting deal for Yahoo because, though everybody's making pushes into original content creation, nothing else of this magnitude in terms of this
in the moment,
audience,
I'd say,
in the moment, this is a big. I think this is a big push for Yahoo to make a big splash with their own programming.
Right, because everyone was. I mean, when it was going to be Hulu, it made sense because Hulu is trying, and nothing they've done, has gotten a ton of attention.
Right.
But if they got Community, it would instantly give them more press than any show they've ever had. It would instantly give them a fan base. They may be small, but they are dedicated.
Yes.
And it would be so. There was a lot of reason. Again, that's why we thought it would happen at Hulu, and who knows the business reasons it fell through. But again, for Yahoo, who's even more behind than Hulu, and are trying, they have some other shows in development. This is instantly something that, again, will get. I mean, we love to write about Community. When I say we, I don't mean just IGN. People who write about TV, because people who write about TV mostly love it. And we all know it gets attention even if you don't love it, but I do love it. So it's going to get them a lot of press, a ton of press.
It's going to get them a ton of press. This is a big move, and I have to wonder what the particulars are. I don't know, maybe you know a little more about the particulars of the deal that fell through with Hulu. I wonder if it was Sony who blinked or Yahoo was willing to acquiesce. Like if Sony was making demands that were unacceptable to Hulu, that they then said, okay, with Yahoo, we won't demand this. Or if Yahoo was like, we want it enough, we want to make a big splash, okay, fine.
Yeah, because it's a weird, again, we are literally talking about this moments after we just read about it. But having just read through the article, it's like nowhere does it say it's the final season, but everyone has assumed that a season 6 would be.
Right.
And so that was always a downside, right? Because if anyone picks up a show, it's not to only have 1 year. They want to get several years of it. But again, if you're Hulu or now Yahoo, it's something that would give you so much attention, you'd probably say yes. Because even everyone is saying Netflix, which I understood. But even if it wasn't difficult on the business end, Netflix right now, given all the success they had, maybe they wouldn't want one season of Community.
Sure.
When they don't have the backlog.
Right. That's the point. I mean, if they had that, it would make perfect sense.
Like The Killing, where they're like, hey, look, we're going to do one final season because you can watch it all.
You can watch all of it. And then that's right. Exactly. Like that's a bigger draw. Whereas, I mean, it's interesting too with that deal with Yahoo, just the one season. Like, what else in terms of then do they have that season? And
right.
Who? I mean,
yeah. Again, we don't know that. Like exactly.
The particulars of
if they're only getting season 6, but the previous seasons
stay on Hulu.
Yeah. I don't know. So that's all strange stuff that they have to work out.
I mean, it's a far more interesting, well, not more interesting, but it's an equally interesting negotiation than with networks when they're talking about when networks want to have, on demand. Sometimes there was a big hullabaloo last year, 8 months ago, about networks wanting whole seasons on demand when really they can only have like 4 or 5 shows at a time on demand, because then there's these other deals elsewhere, like with Netflix, So I wonder how all of those things are going to work out. Whatever. We're happy the community's coming back.
I'm joyous. I really am. Because I was, even over the weekend, I thought, like, right now, either they've given up or they are having crazy meetings through the weekend, and it turns out.
What do you think the cast is feeling like? What's the emotional temperature of the cast?
I don't know. So they had. We should also mention Dan Harmon confirmed to be returning.
Yeah.
Which again, I think there's no way that anyone would do the show without him anymore. So Dan Harmon's back, and they had a quote from Harmon and they had a quote from Joel McHale. They said original cast summary. Like, the wording was interesting, where it kind of worked around like would all of the people who were on it last year be back. But I think most of that cast, I mean, they do look, they're actors. Could they all be faking it? Sure. But the feeling I get is they really enjoy the show. They really appreciate the show. I have visited the set a lot, and I got the feeling that it was a good time for them, that they liked doing. It probably helped when it went to 13 episodes in as far as freeing them to do other things, I
don't think that Mikhail in particular, I think
he's so appreciative of it.
He's so into it. He's so appreciative of it. He is really not a bullshit artist.
Yeah.
And so if, I apologize for cursing, he's not a BS artist. So if he says he's into it, he really is. I mean, again, with the other members of the cast, could they have gone on to do other things that maybe would have been higher rated or more movies?
Yeah.
One of them definitely has a big career in front of her.
Alison Shree?
Yeah. But I mean, the others as well.
No, I think the whole cast is really talented, and I think they all could get other TV shows super easily. However, one thing is they all missed their chance because they weren't there for pilot season. Not to see that they couldn't be added to other shows, but they did miss that window, which was another thing that I'm sure was very frustrating for them the past few weeks of this uncertainty where it was like the show's canceled, but it might be picked up, but we don't know. But you better not take a contract that would, supersede you doing Community, because you can't if Community is saved.
Back. Yeah, I mean, that is a complicated set of circumstances. But 13 episodes means that they definitely have room to do movies.
Yeah.
And so that's a portion of their career that they can be building and be doing Community. And I'll be really curious to see, wouldn't it be amazing if on Yahoo the audience was bigger, if the audience was able to grow?
I mean, it's going to be difficult because Yahoo's going to be like a new, trying to become a destination for the first time.
It's true.
But as far as like tracking, but it will. Of course, we don't even know if Yahoo will be like Netflix, not tell you how many people are watching. So.
But that's the thing, is that it won't be. You can watch it when, presumptively.
Yeah.
You will be able. The episode will air at whatever appointed time, but it's going to be so easy to 5 episodes of Community are already up. It's a totally different animal.
It is.
Like,
it is.
I'm going to watch all 5, now, or I'll just wait till all 13 are up. Whatever it is, it's going to be a very different animal in terms of tracking how successful it is. And I feel like with Netflix, they're not able to really track that even right after the season is aired, become available. It takes a while. It takes a year or two to really see, how many people are actually tuning in.
Right.
Over time.
Yeah. All I know is we're going to be writing more about Community Season 6, and that's amazing. This show, I remember the day it got canceled, we were like, if any show could make it back, it'd be this one, because what a crazy story this show has had behind the scenes. So,
yay
Community!